This mic. Test mic 1 2 3. All right. All right. Let me share this live first for a while. Everything is so noisy around here now. I think you can hear it. It's like metal, a grinder. So let's just keep to ourselves now and see if we can do something about this portrait. So I'm thinking maybe we need to add more grace to it. First, I'm gonna try adding more darks. See if that helps. Let's just take this away for now. A palette. I think you guys can Let me check the chat filter. All right, all right. Let's try this again and see if we can push this further based on what we've learned from the yesterday's portrait, the Miss Portman portrait. Let me take my brush first, and let's do this. Let's do this. So, good morning, guys. I hope your day started nice and great. I hope you were able to sleep better, sleep good. If not, I'm sure there's a way around it. So, no, on second thought, maybe I'm going to use this. By the way, my palette is just, a cardboard. I think this is MDF woodboard. I hope the music balance is fine. So maybe we should add more. Uh, let's add a mauve color here. Let's see if that changes anything. And darken this here a little bit. Let's add that mauve in there. Maybe that will change the color grading compensation of the phone. And we can see the colors clearly. It's just let's see. What I know about Android phones, I haven't tried iPhones, Apple phones, but with Android, somehow the colors are a little bit. I'm not, of course, I haven't tried other phones. With my phone, at least, the colors seem desaturated. But this one is so much better. This is a Note, Xiaomi Note. I can't remember it, but this one is better than my previous 90. I think this is. I used to have a Xiaomi 90, 9, and then letter T, and that has the worst camera for based on this is my second phone that I bought. But I haven't really had the chance to buy a lot of phones. So based on that, um, I'm adding a little bit of red, more red, more red and pink to the mauve, so I can bring it up here. It's easier to paint on top of already dried paint because it can has amazing texture. Let's try this. This is should work, right? Let's check. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. See some desaturated colors here. So basically, our I'm using the burnt sienna mixed with uh, raw sienna, then just gray it down with a little bit of raw umber. Let's see how that works. Is it too warm? Let's keep going. This is this challenge is really one of my kind of pet projects. Painting photos that are like this, like blown out. I'm sure there's a technique out there that I don't know about. Should be like a closely guarded secret. The difficult part about this is portraits, references like this is, the colors, the shifts are very subtle. So you kind of have to apply it yourself, like from your own knowledge. So if I mix raw umber with burnt sienna, since raw umber is like has a little bit of black in it or blue, it's desaturated. Does it make it cool or warm? Is it still a warm color? Castillo tribe, what are you doing? I don't know, man. I'm doing something, but I'm trying to fix this painting, trying to bring it up to a level that I'm satisfied with. Right now, it's not. I'm not happy with it, so I like kind of want to make it. So now I'm adding white to the mix. The mauve, burnt sienna, raw sienna, just to keep it desaturated. We keep it dark and desaturated. Because if I add yellow or any of that, it's gonna maintain the gonna have a vibrance to it. Let's see. What are you doing? Doing. Doing. What am I doing? It's a good question. Is that a real person? No. It's a painting. But I'm using a real person's photograph as reference. And I guess I'm trying to train myself to explore things that, you know, I'm eager to learn. So doing this will help me grow as an artist. I can experiment here, you know, slowly bring myself up by having more experience. It's gonna help me in the future. Even if I fail, it's not really failure because you learn. Okay, hold on. My throat is. Wow, it's dry. Castillo tribe. Learning is good, and just risk-free learning because we're not in a school or this is our own making. We have control. It's like a controlled environment. So there's a lot we can learn by doing this type of things. First, mixing, spotting, color. And sometimes you don't see the color in the reference up to until you put a color down. And by comparing with your with what's on the what you've done and on the what's on the reference, you can see things in the reference that you haven't seen a while ago. It's kind of amazing. Okay, 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 I like this. I like it where this is going. Let's try more. Do it, do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it, do it. No, this one is too yellow. Let's add more red. Let's bring it up a little bit in saturation. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's okay. Ah, okay, 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 okay. What? What? Okay. Let me wash the brush. Wash the brush. And continue. Just looks very dirty. Take that away. Okay. Hmm. Not good. Not good. Not good. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's add. Make this really yellow here. See how the camera picks it up. X. Mm, mm, mm. Hmm. Uh, all right. Let's try this. Put this up here. So instead of yellow, let's use white here. So we simulate the cold reflective color. And here we'll use the yellow. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, hey man, what's going on, man? Is everything okay? I hope you're doing great. How's it been for the past few days? Didn't finish my aunt's picture. Yeah, I was going to, call it quits, just stop and just move. But today I woke up and I really want to, you know, work more on it. Kind of feel like there's more to it, more things I can learn to. So it's like couldn't let it go. So the only way to satisfy an urge is to, it's harmless. It's harmless urge. So I guess that's the story. What's the story? I'll build anywhere. Sorry, can't build there. Can't build there, sir. Yes, it's my mom. Last time you said that. Yes, yes, man. That's correct. My mom's photo, and it's not the best photo, but I don't have. It's a good uh, challenge. It kind of shows me where what the holes in my knowledge. That's how we grow, right? That's how we learn. First, we have to figure out what we lack and just it's like going to the cave at Dagoba. Face your darkness. Yes, ma'am. It's my mom. Your aunt. Okay. Um, okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's add some. Hmm, I already did this before. Add some darkness here. Let's do it again. I already added some grays here. Okay, here. Let's make this darker here. Maybe, maybe this will help. So how's it going, man? All good? I figure it's all good. So if not, you wouldn't be here, right? Enjoying, spending time, just browsing the internet. Looking for something to stimulate the mind. Dude, you are so underrated in YouTube. I mean, your drawings are amazing. You need more views. That's why you're here, man. You're the godsend that will help me become less underrated. Thanks, man. Maybe the gods think that, I'm not ready. So let's just, enjoy our time while we can spend our time chatting. You're the hero that the gods have sent. It's true, man. It's true. So I think like how else, right? There's a lot of, lot of channels you can go and, check out their content or chat with their, and you're here. So I take that as a blessing. It's just a normal, hey, you don't know, man. You don't know. Don't say that. Of course, we say that, right? That's what heroes say. Even Superman, he's just, yeah, I'm just a nerd reporter. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Just a reporter. That's what That's what true heroes do. They don't advertise their power, and that's what you are, man. No kidding. It's like the opposite of, sometimes we can ruin somebody's day, right? Unintentionally, we can ruin their day. Aha! Aha! I knew it. Oh my God. So that's what, oh man. Oh man. Spider Man. Oh my God. I don't want to say it, but Spidey has the worst life. Oh my God. I hope you have it better though. Spider Man is such a poor guy. He's like underrated. I don't know. So he always has a bad day. Spider Man. Tragic hero. I guess that's what you call him. Spider Man. So you're Spider Man, eh? Peter. Peter. Spider Man. Me, I like villains more, anti-heroes more than heroes. I don't know about you, but me, I like anti-heroes. So, I always feel like heroes are this, they're like, they're assholes. Like, they kind of like feel like they're the ideal, like they're the standard for other people. They're like this self-righteous characters. They don't say it, but they judge things according to their own standard. But they kind of don't look at other people, their condition. That's why I like Batman, because Batman is actually, he's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. He's also a crazy guy. That's why I like him, because he doesn't, he doesn't judge his the villains in Gotham. He kind of sympathizes with them and wants to rehabilitate them instead of killing them. That's why the Joker represents this, this the worst thing that Batman could, what would you do? Like, okay, you have this good guy wanna live up to this ideal, wanna rehabilitate people now. How about this Joker? This really crazy guy. You really can't rehabilitate him now. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna remain in your ideals, or what? It's really good. It's really nice. The underlying story is really awesome. So these heroes, like, there are heroes out there. Yeah, yeah. He just has this, this really just a crazy boy, like, has his traumas and stuff. That's how I see him, at least. He's just one of the clowns. I think the metaphor is really good. Like ourselves, we can put ourselves on a pedestal because we're not doing things like other people have to do, or are forced to do, or are pushed to do in life. But at least Batman is not like that. He kind of represents that. That's how I think. Anti-hero. So how long have you been painting this? Oh man. I think the last time we did it, and then 3 hours more before that. So it's kind of 9, 10 hours. But the goal is not to finish it. The goal is to just keep painting and painting until it can't take anymore, or I can't uh, take whatever lesson this gives me. I just paint and paint and paint. Just push ourselves, push. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Let me get some red paint. I need the red paint. I want to restrict myself to not use red. But so, are you training? Well, yes, yes, man. I mean, I could settle right for a certain level, but I don't know. I think it's just part of my nature because I'm like this eternal learner kind of guy. So I like to learn things, especially not everything, of course. Just those things that catch my interest. I just like to learn. I'm a learner, the eternal student. No, it's like playing games, right? Finding this new game, and then your interest is spiked because, oh, what does this do? What does this do? Right? It's like that. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of like to break, you know, see what's beyond the box, kind of thing. I don't know if that's good or bad, but you bring up a good point. Maybe I should make like content that's just at a certain level that is both comfortable for beginners, for the audience. I don't know. That's a good idea. Yes, man. Yeah. Especially those hyper realism. Uh, oh my God. Uh, yes, yes. It's no, it's not realistic, but it's realism. So there's a difference between realism and realistic. So realism is about the subject, and realistic is about the rendering, right? So if I look at it, the rendering is I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just okay. Okay, let's call it let's call it realistic. I don't know. I don't know the terms and stuff because I think it's only the galleries who do that. I think that's their job. So yeah, sure. If you're looking at the how it's rendered, for me the colors are not realistic, so it's not completely realistic. The forms, the shapes are, but the rendering is not. Look at the color. It's not. It's not very. You don't see this kind of color in real life. Like it's gonna be scary, right? It's not realistic in that sense. So I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe it's representational art. Okay. Uh, in a broader category, what I'm doing is representing reality as close as possible. So that's what I want. but what I'm achieving is like not at that level of representation. It's like interpretative. So there's kind of interpretation there. It's not abstraction, but it's not abstract. There's interpretation. I know it's really hard. It's hard to do that stuff. But it's good to know certain things. Yeah, sure. Right. So like let's say under Zorn's portraits, let's say under Zorn's. So his colors and his shapes are not really, we don't really see that right in real life. But he's in realism because he represents the normal things in life, right? The real things in life. He's not doing fantasy. He's not painting fantastic creatures and stuff like that. So he's in realism. However, the level of the level kind of the representation is there, but it's weird. It's hard. It's hard to say. Mm, let me try this. Let me try this. Instead of doing all of this, let me try adding raw umber into the palette. Let's see if it works, right? Let's mix it in. It's really hard to categorize stuff because there's so much of it. But I think it's best if we uh, when you categorize art, it's about the subject matter. I think that's more safe. It's a safer way. So let's say the subject is about design principles, right? Shapes, colors, the arrangement of them on the canvas, and how it feels. So you can say that is the modernist uh, abstract art. Okay? So you can say that. So if the subject is about a statement in a performance, like let's say uh, a guy is dancing naked on the floor, and then the residue of that dance, he bathes himself with paint, right? His arms is red, yellow, and he dances and rolls around on a canvas on the floor. So after he dances, the residue of that is the what you sell, right? But the dance was the process to create that thing. So it's kind of, people mostly call it like bullshit art, but it's something else. So it's the subject matter. So it's called I think we call that modern art. So, but I call it performance art. So it's kind of like making a video. Realistic is like copying the same. Are you drawing without looking in a picture? Ah, okay. So no, no. Actually, I have a picture here. There you go. So we have a reference. I can draw imagination from imagination, but I've been doing that for such a long time, and I cannot get bored with it. So I create fantasy creatures and monsters, characters. So I think I'm making up for the time I spent not drawing from reference, kind of making up now, because most artists on YouTube, really everybody, like in the industry and stuff like that, they're saying you gotta use reference. And you can change or just get inspired by reference, or you can copy it completely. It depends. If you're using AI, you can copy it. But of course, right now, the industry doesn't like to promote the use of AI, of course, because their jobs are at risk. But for us simple folk, we can actually learn a lot using AI, because AI images are broken, and it's really hard to make a good AI image. You need lots of tools, lots of automation and stuff like that. And if you're good, you can add more, hand manual fixing. But you know, using reference is really important. So I grew up from this gatekeeping idea that you're never an artist if you copy somebody else's work. I think that was a trap. It's to limit the amount of artists that exist out there. Because this is a cruel world. This is a tough environment to. Oh, I didn't catch that. It's okay, man. If you want to say something, just say it. If we disagree for now, sometimes I'm open-minded, and I really like to listen to what people, what other people think that is different from mine, because from experience, I've lived in this cult, like a cultic mindset, and it really ruined. It really cost me a lot personally, my life. So right now I'm in this mood. It's like I never want to close my mind again. In the end, I'm just gonna pay my, So I like to hear people's thoughts, and just okay. If we need to debate, okay, but just hear them out because it might, it's planting seeds in each other's minds. It's really good for me. So as human beings, I think that's our greatest tool. You know, our minds are our greatest power, and the 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 best way to limit that power is to restrict it from seeing things and ideas, beliefs, cultural stuff. For me, those things, kind of limit, kind of block us in. It's like a self-reinforcing thing because your neighbors are gonna do it to you. They're gonna make you feel, different, unwanted. They're going to bully you and stuff like that. So it's like create robots, right? Then just program some of them to watch others, and we use manipulative tactics, fear. Ignorance really is scary. So I don't know. Maybe you don't like AI, but I used to not like it too because of some a popular YouTuber kind of manipulated me into hating it and fearing it. But after a year, I came to my senses and I thought to myself, why am I riding this man's army? Why am I walking with these people on this road to war? Like this is war. I'm fighting against an enemy, a perceived enemy that I was told that is an enemy. But is it really an enemy? So, kind of came to my own conclusions, and then I realized, people have to do this stuff because it's their living, and it's a competition, and it's politics. So if there's technology, of course, let's say you figure out a free energy device, right? So of course, people who profit from not having free energy is going to, you know, find a way to block you, right? It's kind of the same way. So for me, why should I associate myself with ideas that are not mine? Even if they smell good, even if they sound good, or they kinda promise me something. What are they trying to promise me, right? What are they giving me in return if I follow them? Sense of community, sense of belonging? No. I'm just still the same pawn in someone else's game, right? So I gave that up, and I thought to myself, I like I said, I grew up in a cult, religious cult, and I kind of have this, feeling that I'm being manipulated. It's weird. I'm not really. Anyway, that's how it is. That's how it is, man. I hope my rant didn't scare you off. Just think about it, okay? Think about it. Think about everything you're following. Okay? You don't like AI because they're, scraping information from artists and selling them without compensation. Yes, that's right. You signed up for that. We never expected our work to be used certain way to become a competition. But when you look at it, the art, the output, you can't claim style, right? Like for example, anime. You can't you can't say that you can't make that type of art because it's similar to yours because of the style. No, it's different. So I realized it all boils down to this money thing. Right? All boils down to money. I mean, if there was no money involved, the companies wouldn't be making it, right? And artists, if there was no money, there's a lot of artists who's not going to be artists. So it's like a complicated thing. It's like you're trapped in this shit, but we're not benefiting from either case. There's no benefit for us, for me at least, not benefiting. I saw the YouTuber guy is now part of this, big group of artists, and he has his opinions heard all throughout the world. Then most people respect that, right? They kind of follow. They follow who's popular, who's the strongest, who's the main, who's the alpha. So they follow the alpha, right? But me, I don't. I don't follow alphas. It's like bullshit. Why would I follow a guy or a person, a woman person who only cares for himself? He's gonna tell you that this is for your own good, so let's go and fight this war. But no, for me, it's a big no. Sorry. You fight your war. So they tell me, so you're not gonna care if AI gonna scrape your painting? No, that's fine. Anyway, AI is not going to produce the same shit the same shit that I'm producing. Unless there's money involved, then of course I'm gonna. And in reality, think about it. The more I explored AI, the more I look at people's AI work, there's this shift. You know, there's this shift in my feeling. When I see artists, they're not so good, not as good as AI in rendering. Then I see them still posting their work on Twitter. I kind of have this, a good feeling. Uh, and I'm looking at AI images. They're just like, I know that they're AI, right? Because, of course, that's part of the thing right now, right? It's, do you call that? The morality thing? What do you call it? It's just like part of the decency right now. If you're an AI artist, you have to be decent enough to say that this is AI, right? For me, it's kind of condescending towards artists, but whatever, right? That's their own politics. So the more I see, I kind of have a bigger appreciation now for fellow artists who are, still just, still love their craft even when AI exists. They still do, they still learn, they still want to grow as a, they still want to be able to paint or draw without using AI. Like they have this, this dignity in them, or it's just maybe it's not about dignity. I'm sorry, because being an AI artist is still different. It's a different medium that requires a different kind of, I don't know, process. It's a different process. You can't. There's still learning curve, and there's money to spend if you want to create AI art. But I'm not bashing them. Actually, I sympathize with them. I don't care, man. I don't care. I just want people to be happy, to be able to express, to be able to things, make things, make nice things. If you do it traditionally, then that's your passion, right? What the fuck? Like, what do you care if somebody uses a device? Holy shit. It's all about money, man. It's all about money. That's why being an anti hero, I really don't like that, propaganda. And it's a great tool, trust me. If you want to practice your color, go download an AI image that you like, okay? AI generated image that you like, and copy that. Then you'll see that there are certain things that are not necessary. There are things that are necessary. There are things, you learn a lot from this stuff. There's always something, you don't lose yourself because somebody else is doing something else. You don't. If you think about it, art has been dead. For example, portraiture, it's been dead for like lots of years now, hundreds of years. Since the camera emerged, people deny it. People say, no, 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 it's still here. No, it's dead. Because in the past, creating portraits was, like the camera. The function of artists who create portraits was replaced by the camera. But I'm still doing it. Why? Is it because of the money? No, it's not it. But of course, people are depending on closing the market, especially artists. They want to close the market. They don't want to open it. That's why you have to be careful when listening to advice from people. Because I've been through that for many years. I've been watching YouTube shit for like, and you have to be careful. Man. You have to think about who you're following. Do they open your mind or do they close it? Right? It's kind of sneaky. It's a sneaky thing. And sometimes people trap you. Artists trap you by saying that you can't do a certain thing a certain way. You have to do it this way. Instead of saying that, this option is available for you, you can do this to achieve this. You want to add that to your arsenal, then watch this video. Some people would say, there's no other way to do it. Just do it like this. Then they're 100% wrong at some point. There will be someone out there who's gonna do a certain way, exactly the same, exactly the way they said you should not do it, and then it works. So you have to be careful. So think of yourself first. What's going to help me? What's going to help me improve? So let's say you just want to create images and you don't have enough time, like you're working a 12-hour shift every day, but you have this creative, you know, juice inside you that you want to pull out. So you said, it's easy. Let's just do AI now. But then you started doing AI. It's not producing the exact art that you want, right? But you're gonna be satisfied with what you have because you already paid for it. So you know you post it on YouTube or you post it on Twitter, and then you get hate. It's weird. But you just keep going, keep improving. You bought more generators, more enhancers, and stuff like that. That's your life. That's your expression. It's your life. And if someone tells you that you can't live that way, then fuck them. Okay? Just for the sake of money. Holy shit. People will politicize everything. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Those are the kind of people who limit, you know, who would sacrifice the world for their own sake. They don't see the bigger picture. So that's my rant. Don't take it personal if you don't resonate. Just move along. That's me right now. Maybe I will change my mind later. Maybe. But that's none of your business. Right? It's none of anybody's business. And you should apply that to yourself too. That's what I'm saying. Don't be somebody else's, pawn. But if you come to agree to what they say, then that's good. It's good, but at least explore it first. You don't have to agree. And anyway, this stuff, AI or not, there's no point in fighting over something that doesn't produce anything, doesn't give us anything. We're like we're like fighting over a tree that is dead, a dead tree, and we fight just for the sake of fighting. It doesn't change anything. Oh, you should care, man. You should Put down your vote. Really? I don't need that much. I don't need any more stress. But if you can pay me, whoever that YouTuber is, if you can give me some money, and of course, I'll support you. If I can gain something from you, no, teach me. Teach me about color. Then teach me. Give me this reference. Okay, generate. I'm gonna give you a prompt. Okay, give me an image. Paint me an image. Okay, I'll pay you $10 so I can practice on it. Can you do that? If not, then shut the fuck up. Shut fuck up. Mind your business. Okay? Just let me have let people have their fun. They say, oh, it's not the same. It's not the same. The AI is not, looking at images like people. My goodness. It's a simulated neural network. Of course, it's using our data. Holy shit. That's what we humans do, man. What do you think? We're storing like feelings? We're storing feelings in our brains? No. It's a connection. It's a complex connection, but it's the same. The problem is AI, is too accurate in storing. So what? That's how it works. It's supposed to simulate, it's not I used to believe that AI is like, just mixing stuff, but oh my god. Oh my god. So much, that's a problem with religion and cults. They don't want to look, they just want to anchor to an emotion that fulfills them. It's kind of satisfying to them to be in this, in this crowd where there's a huge, injustice has been done to us. We've been cheated. We've been, it's like, projection. Nothing. No, let's be fair. This is how witch hunts happen. Somebody, gouges you using emotional, verbiage, manipulates you, and the 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 most powerful emotion you can use against people is fear. So that's what he did. He made people fear for an enemy that's not really there. Yeah, sure, you can say it's a real, the enemy is real. No, not for everybody. Maybe for him, because he wants all the commissions for himself, even the most shittiest, commission. So I want a sexy anime girl. Yeah, let's say, can you draw that? Can you draw a sexy anime girl? I want a maid. Can you generate a maid for me? Goodness gracious. Watch out for cults. And I apologize. I'm not sorry for being this passionate. Okay, I'm a passionate guy. I like to, I like to express myself this way. But I'm sorry if you're not used to it, of course. Take it or leave it. But thank me later, okay? Because in any case, cults are really dangerous. Whatever it is, doesn't have to be just a religion. Cults happen everywhere. That's why it's called culture. Culture. I'm not anti-culture because culture has a function, right? It's a control mechanism and it's a training mechanism. It it serves to shape a community into a certain way so it can benefit itself, right? It can be a benefit to itself, to the members of that community, right? That's what culture is. But we are at a certain point that, outliers are going to exist, okay? People who are going to be mistreated by the culture itself. It doesn't work for them, okay? For their case, it doesn't work. Example, I've seen this video, like African people, and they just, beat this gay guy for being gay. You know, we think that we are, that the past is really good, but it's not. The past is shit. You know, my parents, my grandparents, they live in this very restrictive culture, and you have to be a certain way to be accepted the culture in your tribe, in your, and it's sad. So be careful, careful. Like there was this, there's this movement that they follow this guy on hating women and stuff, treating women like, they're shit, and they keep posting videos about shitty women. But in reality, that that's not the case, right? There are nice girls out there, and it also boils down to you. Of course, a girl can't just be nice to you. They're persons, they're people too. They have feelings, they have past, they have traumas, they have desires, they have pains, they want vengeance for something too, right? These are low level thinking. And if you stay in that world, you'll end up simping for the guy instead of your girl. Instead of bettering yourself, you end up in, of course, there are certain points that are correct. It's like how government is messing up people's relationships. It has become a weapon now instead of it, you know, promoting a good relationship. It's become the tool for scam. That's another subject. Okay, so it's kind of like the same. You have to. For me, I wish people would just wake up a little. Just look at the subjects like AI. Just revisit it. Okay, revisit the subject. Think about it. If you're a fan of these artists that are saying the things that you like to hear, then you have to ask yourself, okay, why? And if you're reacting negatively to what I'm saying, ask yourself why. But if if you don't have the time, then just let it go. That's just pain. If you don't like it, then don't. It's not illegal. If they make it illegal, then okay, fine. That's the verdict of the world. It doesn't mean that it's right, right? There's a lot of things. in governments that are not right. Different cultures. There are people in those cultures that are trapped in those cultures. What everybody believes to be true doesn't have to be good, right? Doesn't automatically mean good. So when you're in a cult, everybody kind of follows a certain belief for certain reasons, and you kind of feel like this is how life should be, and then you tell people this is how you should live too, but in reality you're just trying to ask for help. You're asking people to come and join you, and you're speaking in opposite. You bash their way of living, you scare them, but in reality you know deep inside you that where you are, you're actually in hell. So we have to be conscious. It's all about being conscious. It's all about self-conscious. We can't afford to be machines anymore. Be pushed around by powerful, by those who are in power, whoever that may be. Could be me, right now, talking right now. Anyway, that's life, man. Life. It's not as easy as a cult makes you believe. Every person has different, purpose in life, limitations and stuff like that. You can't tell people, don't go there, don't go buy your food there, you know, buy it from me, and then you attack the other store because you want all customers to come to you, and when they come to you, you can provide them the service that they want. You're crazy. Okay? Insane. Anyway, message retracted. Bro, I wish you guys don't retract your messages so I can read them. You know, I want to read them. Don't be scared. I want to know what you guys think. How you guys think. I know to some people having opinions is wrong, and somebody actually told me, if you want to become, popular in YouTube, you have to shut up and just, play along with what's popular, and that's not me, man. That's not me. I can shut up for a while, but at some point I have to say what I believe, because everybody's talking about what they believe is right for other people. So I'm going to express what I believe, so people can, measure, can think, you know, can realize that, oh, there's another opinion out there. You know, you hate the guy for having a different opinion, but just listen, yeah. And if you hate the guy for having a different opinion, then that means you have to question your belief, because you might have been manipulated into that. So your reaction is hate. So there's something wrong then, right? right? Because a belief, a real belief, a true, a true conviction, is true to you, no matter what other people say. But even if you're seeing another man's opinion, another person's opinion, as something that is in threatens your belief, your opinion. So in a way, they're gonna move the world. Their opinion is going to move the direction of your world to a place that does not favor your existence and your abundance, your benefit. Then that's why you hate the guy, right? You can see that in religions everywhere, and that thinking doesn't only apply to religion. It also applies to politics and even in art. The political environment of art right now, even since in the past, it's really, it's like any human activity that has competition in it. It's tough. Anyway, waking up is hard, man. But people are given the opportunity to wake up. It's a question of will you, will you, do you have the desire? Do you think you need to look beyond? Because sometimes we're trapped in our emotions. Just we're reliving everything. I don't know what trauma happened to you in your past or to a certain person. Like for me, it's about cult experience, right? And it cost me a lot. So I think most of my life I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be a guy who just I'm not I'm not going to accept anybody's idea at face value. Not anymore. But I still fall into it because it was my weakness, right? It's a trigger. Every trigger that has been used against me before is being used by manipulators. So that's why I share. Maybe, maybe just consider it. Think about it. Maybe you're being manipulated. Maybe you're being used as a tool, as a platform for this guy to become popular. And he doesn't really care, doesn't really care because he knows that this is all a game and you're playing his game. It was an opportunity for him, and you became part of that. It's like cults, religious cults. It's actually how they become something. Some people are alienated by the culture, right? So they're alienated, they have this feeling, they have this trauma bonding, they're gonna trauma bond with these people, shit like that. Problem is at the first followers are going to find healing in their bond, right? But then the children of those, they're not going to appreciate, they're not going to benefit, they're going to suffer. They're going to become a victim because you have to make someone, those new followers, right? You have to traumatize them the way that you have been traumatized, you know, so that they can find the benefit of the religion, right? So, for example, the trauma is fear. So you have to tell them the fear first, and if they accept the fear, then you can provide them the medicine, right? The same shit. So all I'm saying is be careful. There are strong opinions. When there are strong opinions, especially like this, people are like, having this jerk reaction. Let's say I'm going to, you know post an AI image here, then people are just going to react. Like there's already memes constructed around it. It's already a belief structure around it. Especially in that case, you have to question it, man. Question the goddamn thing. It's dangerous. I don't know if you've seen the uh, album cover of, live, the album, uh, their first most popular album. I forgot it. There's this guy who's holding a Bible or a book. Then he's walking off the cliff, and then the prostitutes, people of his town, is trying to stop him, is trying to save him from falling, and he's just looking up. It's kind of like that, but it's in a different form. It's like, this is how governments control you. As people, freedom, freedom. I want to set you free, Neo. Some people don't want to be free. They actually need the system. They have become dependent on the system that they will fight. They will die to protect it, to keep the status quo. Be careful, man. Be careful. I want you to have a better experience. It's like Paul Wallace says, a better human experience. Explore ideas, other opinions. Explore it. Be curious. Don't try to defend your belief. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what if companies are earning? They have to maintain their systems and they have to improve on it. So what? Be better, right? Be better. Wow, but we need, this is doesn't work in the music industry. It's different. Music industry is different. You can still copy somebody's, like I've heard a lot of songs that use, but visual art, music is very rigid. If we apply the rules of music to visual arts, nobody is going to paint anymore. I can't. I won't be able to. I'm going to be illegal. All I ask. That's all I ask, man. Free your mind, yeah. Free your mind. I don't know why did we come to that topic, by the way. Why was I talking about AI? I can't remember it. Can't remember it. And I've heard like a lot of opinion about AI. But sure, sure, whatever, man. I think they're right. Everybody's right in their own position. But it's not a complete. Uh, it's not a perfect. Uh, let's say position. If you go against it completely, it's dangerous. It's not right because either side, the pros and the pros and the anti, they don't hold all the cards. And imagine if we convert the subject, everything about it, okay, the anti-AI, we convert it into, we turn this, let's say, the pro AI mindset, or the anti-AI mindset. Let's convert that into a government. Let's say we live in that government, right? Think about it. I think it's North Korea. Can't do shit if you don't, if, you know it's scary. So they're looking for rights to be protected, and that's cool. But you can take back the images that you posted before that has been scraped, because in your TOS, that the company can use these images that you're giving them for non-commercial purposes. So then, for non-commercial research purposes, the AI has been developed, right? So the AI has been developed, and then a company buys the AI, the model, buys it with the training data. So what happens there? That's where the courts come in, right? It's a wild, But then the bottom line there is, will the AI uh, become a competition to people, right? That's the real story there. We can run around the bush looking for reasons, But the bottom line is, will this take your job? The job that you don't have. It's going to take the job that you don't have. But in seriousness, personally, I've seen, I'm dealing with, I've seen uh, young people right now. They like to draw with, but it's a different thing, really. When you're young, it's really different. And the value of AI is really, it's really shit. It's just like, you're creating images. It doesn't in itself, it's just like in a vacuum, an image in a vacuum. It looks good, but if you put it in a use case, like for example, concept design, it's you can produce lots of ideas. You can, as a human being, I used to do this in the past. I look at other people's art, or alien structures, alien armor, and then I combine all of those. What inspires me in those? Then I make a race of a building, a set of RTS buildings of a specific race based on this theme, right? So I make up a theme based on everything that I saw. So right now, companies, you can generate your own, like to inspire you can mash up all of these images, right? So you have a board, an image board, and you tell your artist, okay, basically this all of these images combined is what we are trying to make. Okay, we want something like this. This is the theme. This is how it feels. Let's say, let's make a game, and then there's the atmosphere, right? We have the planet, the theme, the how it looks like, how it feels. This is how it looks like. This is how it feels. This is the character. This is the way their world looks like. This is how it feels. So you can generate stuff, and it's going to allow you to create more, you know a more, a specific, you don't have to spend like a few years to just let your artist, produce the thing until, something emerges that you like. You don't have to do that anymore. You can have the AI do that. Then someone will choose these images along with the lead artist. Now, okay, this is what we want, right? So you go into a meeting, and you have all of those images on the walls, and you have your artist look at this, everything. Okay, now start producing something. You make a character, you make buildings, you make the environment, and then let's get back to the meeting next week, and let's see what you've done. Okay, so it's faster, right? Boom, 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 and as an artist, you don't have to search for inspirations anymore on your own, because the studios already provided the ideas. Like, okay, so we have all this. So okay, so let's start making the concepts, right? So as a personal, then you as a character artist, you're going to generate your own. Then look at the shapes, the visual language. Okay, oh, okay, I like this. This guy that has a huge chest, small arms, small feet. Then his head is like, so small. It's like buried beneath his. It's like a homunculus. All right, let's do that. So you try that, and it's faster. It's more efficient. It's a job. It's not a creative experience. You're trying to make a product. This is not a free experience of artistic expression. It's a job. It's a fucking job. And jobs, if you're not in that job, you kind of romanticize the idea, right? So you're working for Blizzard, and oh my God, I'm doing what I like. I'm producing the art that I like, that comes to mind. And then the head, the lead artist is going to appreciate me, and then everyone around me is going to appreciate me. Oh my God, it's such a good. No, man, that doesn't happen. In a job environment, you're restricted. You cannot express yourself. expressing yourself will ruin the project. Okay? Express yourself this way. That's not expressing. That's not creativity. That's not art. You're a machine. So why not use a machine to help you become a better machine faster? Okay? But if you want creativity, if you want to experience the romance of creativity and art, then don't do that. Don't use AI. Okay? Don't use AI because your focus is not on the outcome. You're not selling a product. You're not creating a product. You're making an experience for yourself. So if you want that, if you want the traditional experience like me, I want to go, connect with the past, connect with the potential future, what an artist in the future would be doing, how can he connect to organic, to his soul, to his craft without losing his soul in his craft. How does he do that? How does the past do that? How does the people in the past, how do they live? How do they think? How do they consider it? Every stroke, you know? That's the experience that I want. But some people don't want that. Some people want to experience the modifying, how do you command the machine? How do you interact with the machine? With the artificial intelligence. This is not really, you know, it's not really intelligent yet, right? So how do you interact with the machine to make it work a certain way that fulfills 100% what you as a human wants? So you're kind of struggling with this God, right? This AI, this God. You're struggling with it. You're fighting it. You're wrestling with it, right? You create the prompts. You make it do things. You kind of do negative prompting and all of that, right? You use these tools, and you have 20 tools in your list, and you're subscribed to each one of them, and you're paying like $2,000 a month just to experience this romance with the machine. And that's what they want, right? That's what gives them, that's what makes their life good, worthwhile. So why would I take that away from those people? For me, myself, I don't want that, right? That's not me. That's not my fetish. And my fetish is not their fetish. But why would I take that from them? That's a different kind of creative process. It's a different kind of creative expression. Just when we stop thinking about the money, about the job, and just focus on the experience, the life that you're giving to yourself in that moment of creation. When you focus on that, everything's good. No? I guess people, miss the point sometimes about creating art. When we were children, we didn't really think about, okay, when I grow up, I'm gonna have to practice this, and so I can, I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna become a millionaire, I'm gonna own the world. I don't think, maybe there's someone out there that does that, but I don't think we do that. Most of us, just feel the urge to copy that character in the comic that you really like. It's like it resonates to you, it speaks to you. This character speaks to me. For me, it was Magneto. Magneto was really my character. Magneto and lately Doom, Doctor Doom, because they're anti-heroes, but they're really, misunderstood, and they can be. I think they're better heroes because they have embraced their darkness. They don't hide their darkness, so they kinda have no weakness. Magneto and Doctor Doom, they don't have any weakness in their personality. I think, aside from the fact that Magneto, sometimes reverts, wasn't able to fully embrace his past. I think that's what really drives him. He, or maybe he has embraced his past in a certain way. And Magneto's world is proving himself, right? Proving to himself that he's right. So can't blame the guy. It's not really ego. So I think most anti-heroes, like, they have embraced their darkness, so they're more complete than heroes. Heroes are really like very childish, very idealistic. They haven't really embraced the world, and they refuse to accept their inner darkness. They kind of keep hiding it, or some heroes just don't have it, just don't have their darkness. So I think that's what makes Luke Skywalker, for me, it's very good, because Luke embraced his darkness. He embraced his darkness, and he actually felt the darkness. And when he felt the darkness, he kind of, he makes the choice. He makes the choice knowing his darkness. And that, for me, is much more heroic than, being, just following what is right in the eyes of other people. When you know yourself, you kind of fall into this road that is mostly misunderstood. You know, you know your darkness. But you make the choice, right? In full faith and knowledge. You know, it's more complete that way. You know, than being this. Just trying to save people. I think sometimes heroes are like, to escape. It's like their way of hiding from themselves. They have secret identities. They hide themselves, and when they help people, they're not really helping people. They're helping themselves, or the status quo. They want to maintain it. So thematically, I think heroes are weak compared to anti-heroes. So in a way, in saying all of this, relate it back to the subject of AI, and all of this politics between AI and no AI. Sometimes you have to embrace both sides, find your way. We can't afford to just be, on one side because it's the popular voice, and you're afraid of being, uh, ostracized because you follow this, because you believe everyone has their own right. You know? Why can't we just lend them, right? So if AI scrapes my images, why can't we just lend them? You know? Besides, those paintings, those drawings, they've already sold. I've already been paid for that, or they've been there for 10 years, right? Nobody likes it really. It's just drowned in all of the same thing, the same shit everywhere. Like anime, people draw manga characters like How many characters are out there? It's the same faces, same eyes, the same face. Just different costumes, different. It's all the same. The selling point is just the sexiness, right? That's the appeal. I mean, most AI image, most manga image out there, or an anime image are waifus, right? So it's all about the sex, the sexy. That's what we are selling actually, the sexy. It's not the art. It's the breast, it's the cleavage, it's the it's the it's a sexy, provocative outfit. It's the amazing feeling of this. It's weird because it's not real, but it's sexy. It's like it's weird, right? So that's the beauty of that's the beauty of anime uh, pictures. That's the appeal. That's the beauty. That's the art of it. Like, how do you stimulate this feeling of arousal that is, it's not really sexual arousal. It's like you are feeling to the cuteness, to the protective brain. There's a lot of stuff there. Anyway, I think I've said a lot. I've rambled a lot, but we have time to burn, and just one man's opinion doesn't matter. Does it matter? Nope. That's what I'm saying, man. Question is, did I just sabotage myself? Nope. Anyway, that's life, bro. But I refuse to kneel to these popular voices. That's all I have to say. I will not succumb to what they want me, how they want me to feel or think. Okay? I don't care. If they're bots, they're minions, come at me. I don't give a fuck. Unless they feed me to say a certain, to believe, to live a certain way, then sure. But I know that these guys don't give a shit about me, okay? Don't give a rat's ass. How many times have these people actually helped you? It's made you a better person? Or have they made you just restrict yourself for the sake of something that really, when you look at it, it's weird, right? You're not benefiting from what you're doing. Sure, you're thinking it's for the betterment of the future. It's like a rationalization. You're just rationalizing it. For a future benefit. Okay, let's follow this rule for future benefit. But it's not really working right now. So what's the point? If it's not working now, it's not gonna work in the future unless you create the situation that will make it work in the future. So you're just creating the future that in a way that works for you, that works to your belief, that supports your belief. It's not the real organic future. So you be isolated when that happens. You're going to be isolated, and then you're gonna look back and think, oh, where's all the people who I was with? The people who was with me bashing artists, bashing AI artists around. You're my friend. You're those friends of mine. I'm in here right now. It's cold in here. It's cold. It's the AI's fault. It's not my fault. Look at this. Look at these people. Look at these people. They never listen. I blame them for my circumstance because they never listen to me. I am a victim of their choices. They enjoyed their freedom, and now I suffer. This is their fault. Those AI people, this is their fucking fault, man. Oh my god. Stop it. Stop blaming other people. Stop trying to control what they like to do. Let them enjoy and eat their bread. Come home to their wives. Just let them live their life, man. Let them be thankful for their days in this under the sun, because nothing ever changes under the sun. It's all the same. It's all the same bullshit. Today it's AI, tomorrow it's gender, tomorrow it's the same game. It's the same shit. It's the same useless shit. And by us engaging in these things, somebody else out there is sitting pretty and becoming rich. It's a game, and you're playing it. Why not make your own game and be happy? Be free. Free your mind. Neil, free your mind. Free your mind, Neil. Know thyself. Know thyself, Neil. to know the future, Raziel, to see the path and tracing out to the infinite. As a man, you can never conceive such forbidden truths. Raziel, 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 Raziel. Desperate people out there. They're gonna do anything in their power just to grab onto that money, taking our money, 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 money. And someday, break up. So let me take a break for a while. You want more back? Say hi. Want more? More pa siya. Panay, panay. Eat na. Here. Panay mo lang yan. Panay. You eat. You eat. Eat, 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 eat. So I'm getting the idea now. So every turn actually, if I use the same color here and value, even if I change the value a little bit, it's not gonna look right, right? So I have to change the value here in the color. Make it look better, right? So as the form turns, we understand that it changes tone and value. So let's do that here. That's right. That's right. I like this. I like this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's make it same here. Wait. It's not. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, so much better. Oh, better, better, better. So something came up, guys. I'm just gonna come back later. So guys, I'll just come back later, guys, because this is going to take some time.